put into their careers as kids and still do, I admire.
Well, when you compare them with the other actors of their age, and I'm talking about like the dudes, I know their names, but I don't know the difference between who they are. Chase Crawford, Taylor.
Well, those are all
Kitsch,
like vampire people,
like,
right?
or just like the blonde.
There's the one boy that we were very impressed with, Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum,
he was good.
He's in G.I. Joe.
He's good.
He was really good. We saw him in something. We were surprised.
He did a dramatic performance, and we really loved it. And then he was in this ridiculous dancing movie, and the boy can dance. I mean, he can dance.
Triple threat.
And I don't know.
You should be able to be. You should have the. You should be able. You don't have to be a triple threat, but you should be game
and able to at least pull it off.
And if I ask you to sing, you shouldn't go, well, how? What are you talking about? You should just be able, like Ryan Gosling and Valentine, what was it, Blue Valentine? Takes out the ukulele and does that beautiful song for Michelle Williams.
Look at your boy Tom Cruise with, what's the movie called? The Rock of Ages? He's playing like a fucking like shirtless 80s rock god.
Let's see how it goes. That's a big, let's see what happens.
It's iffy, that one.
Let's see what happens.
The trailer's okay, though.
Steve Martin. Who I remember seeing he did a special in 82.
That's your breakout actor for 2012?
Where he was tap dancing with Gregory Hines. And he went tap for tap with Gregory Hines. And this is, Mr. Wild and Crazy Guy comic, and he sang and he tap danced with Gregory Hines. And I remember thinking, is he as good? Of course not. But he's going for it. And I like it. So yes, I would say Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He's my guy for next year.
We watched in the movie 50-50 with Seth Rogen. First of all, Seth Rogen was beyond delightful in that movie.
And he wrote it, too, about his buddy.
Yeah, but he was doing Seth Rogen, but there was such humanity and kindness, and it was very sweet. But Joey Gordon-Levitt, when he finds out he has cancer, all it is, I don't think there's music. It's just him walking through the hospital. And it's well directed. It's shots of just people living their lives, and it gets to him. And like 9 out of 10 actors would have chewed the shit out of the scenery and had that crazy fire in their eyes, like I'm fucking dying of cancer, and everyone. And he does it. How absurd everything is around him because he just got this death sentence, or maybe not, but. He really, I would say he's already separated himself from the pack.
I agree.
With 500 Days of Summer, we all went, whoa, this isn't Third Rock.
Even Brick going back a few years.
This isn't Third Rock from the Sun anymore. Yeah. I'm going to go.
You know what? He was better than your average sitcom actor in Third Rock. I mean, even back then, he was better than your average sitcom kid.
Does French Stewart really have his eyes closed all the time, or was that a character choice?
I'm
being serious.
I don't know.
He does it in everything he does.
Does he?
I don't know. Yeah, like I just saw a trailer for Home Alone 4 the other day for some fucking reason, and he's in that playing the Daniel Stern part, and his eyes are closed. Yeah, so I don't know if that's his
Who's
thing.
The other guy?
No one.
I would have done it.
It's Missy Pyle and French Stewart are the bad guys.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
That didn't come out yet?
Who's the child? Are there children involved?
I thought it came out already.
I think it was direct-to-video. It came out last year. I didn't know anyone. It was...
Well, Nick and I are in A Christmas Tale, available on DVD. We're the voices of the two dogs that fall in love.
We're voices of dogs.
You know what's amazing?
So I have a lot of room to criticize.
Wait, so Joey Gordon-Levitt, you're going Tom Hardy?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Ed Hardy, because that would be a good choice, too.
Christian Audiger is blowing up this year.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know what? He seems like a real stand-up
It's a good year for
guy.
creepy German dudes or whatever he is.
He seems like a real stand-up guy.
I think Joey Gordon-Levitt has already separated himself, so I'm going to go... You guys will like this one. I'm going to go Sacha Baron Cohen because he's playing Freddie Mercury.
I like that. And the Dictator movie, which looks huge.
And I think he's going to fuck people's heads up.
You know what I'm excited to see? Is Michael Douglas's Liberace.
I called my agent and I said, I'll do anything. And I mean anything. To do the Matt Damon part, to play Liberace, to play Lee's lover, to be in Liberace movie. Like, at the time we thought Michael Douglas had a month left on Earth. I'm like, holy shit. And he's going to kill Liberace. You can't get an Oscar playing an original person anymore. You got to play
Unless
Liberace.
you're Meryl Streep, in which case they just kind of go, thanks
She can't win it.
No, I know.
They just nominate her every year. Like, who the fuck was better than her
in anything ever?
And like if I had told Nick,
Julie, I mean, it's absurd.
They just can't let her run anymore. It's not fair. You know what I mean?
If I was her, I'd be like, you know what? I'm in Connecticut.
Would you agree that she is our best actor, male,
female?
Oh yeah,
100%.
It's not even close. Male, 100%. Female, the greatest that ever walked the planet is amongst us.
Another one who says, Sure, I'll sing. I'll tell a joke. Hand it over. I'll go for
Meryl
it.
Streep.
And then she's great at everything. She commits to fucking
She
shit.
played Stoned real well in Adaptation.
She was amazing.
Adaptation, yeah.
She was super big with Chris Cooper on the phone.
Chris Cooper.
That's how much fuckfish.
They were snorting orchids.
Yes, that's
What they were doing.
Remember that beautiful scene when she was in the kitchen watching her hoochie coochie friends laugh about Chris Cooper, and she just had that silent scene where she realized that her life was phony.
Yeah.
She was in love with Chris Cooper, and she kind of just fell, and
How about how underrated Nick Cage is? But then, does he need like? I'm being completely serious. It seems like the last half dozen Nick Cage movies, you go, "What are you doing, man?"
I just don't think he doesn't realize he can say no. Like, it just seems like...
But is it because he's dying?
I don't know. Or he's having to sell all his houses, or he looks really sickly last few... You think he's... Yeah.
Something's going on. It's too bizarre. For the guy to play twins in Adaptation, like, how was the seminar? He's a genius and hilarious. Like, he's so
the guy
amazing.
that was in Leaving Las Vegas.
What about Flowers
my
for
God.
Algernon?
Prickly
I never saw
pear.
it.
I'm a prickly pear.
He's alternately...
Maybe I shouldn't breathe.
Why don't you
so
stop
much.
drinking so much?
In back-to-back films, Nick Cage goes from being the best actor on the planet to the best worst actor on the planet. He's either incredible, like award-worthy,
He's brave.
like Adaptation,
He's very
Las
brave.
Vegas, or he's doing like Drive Angry 3D, where he's just fucking screaming for
But
no
you know
reason.
what?
And it's
He-
amazing anyway.
Oh, that movie with him and
Sins
Nicole
bravely.
Kidman was one of the worst 10 movies of all time, according to like the New York Times, where there's a home invasion. Do you remember this?
I don't.
It just came out this year. We just watched it.
Right.
It was fucking great.
Yes.
Where he would
was
not
very good.
give them the code to the diamond to his safe.
That's funny,
And
I
they're
don't even know
kicking
it.
their
Yeah.
shit out of the family. They're taking her in another room. And he goes, if you give them the code, then we have no power. That my Nick Cage sounds like Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
I mean, if you give them the code, then the motherfucker's just going to take your diamonds and leave and kill us anyway.
Like we just realized that your Adam Sandler is similar to your Eddie Vedder.
Hey,
They
I'm
both-
Adam Sandler, and I'm glad you're listening to more stories. And it's really good. Shut up.
This is Eddie Vedder. This is Eddie Vedder. And I'm
They
really
changed an
glad.
octave.
I'm really glad you're listening to more stories. I'm gonna Lucas.
I think it's like they both have that Billy Goat thing going.
I'm gonna Lucas. Let's move on. Year in review. So you got Joey Gordon-Levitt. You got
Tom Hardy.
and I got Sacha Baron Cohen. There should be more triple threats, though. We all agree. And I would love to see like
How about-
Pacino be. I'm gonna sing and dance.
You know, we would love.
I mean, he
to.
did in Jack and Jill.
That's right.
A Dunkin' Donuts.
I
fucking
totally missed
commercial.
your reference. He was really self-aware of the
There were,
insanity
like,
of
Oscar
celebrity.
jokes and
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
it was very.
The Adam Sandler movies that are happening are kind of the same as the Adam Sandler movies that he made fun of in Funny People.
Oh yeah.
Like, what's the difference between Merman and Jack and Jill?
Or the beginning of Tropic Thunder. It's those fake fucking.
Absolutely.
It looks like fake by committee Hollywood.
And let me tell you something
Right.
right now. I would love to be in an Adam Sandler. I would be in any of those movies. I would love it. But I think Sandler hates me
I'm
because of my
excited to
Saturday
see-
Night Live book.
I'm excited to see more Colin Farrell because he was giant.
Yeah, he
and then
did a big
and then he
turnaround.
kind of like got his act together. And now he's been doing a lot of little bitty movies.
Yeah, In Bruges is one of my favorite movies
Really,
ever. yeah.
and then a lot of odd small
Country
movies
Western movie was great.
where he's really he's become quite a subtle, neat, interesting fella to watch. I think he's gonna.
And he can still do like Fright Night and play a vampire, and he's awesome in it.
And-
He was awesome in Fright Night.
he was a
bro.
ball.
about that movie.
When he couldn't
Him and
come in the
David
house.
Tennant.
He was having a great time.
When the kid had the beer and he just held it right next to the
Yeah.
awning and he was like,
He's trying to get in or whatever. Yeah,
he
the
was
movie-
really cool.
And I don't know if you guys are Doctor Who fans at all, but the David Tennant was in that movie too. The guy who was like the professional vampire hunter who had the
I was
Vegas
gonna say-
show, the stage show guy.
Yeah,
Yes.
because Doctor Who died.
Yeah, what
The
do you
real
mean?
guy. The guy that was Doctor Who.
Well, there's been 11 Doctor Who's.
OG, man. Before WWF.
Oh yeah, yeah.
WWF
I mean, there's
Wrestling,
only like
10 a.m.
four
on
left.
WOR9.
There's only like 4 left alive or something. Yeah, yeah.
I
But,
like when the guy took off his wig and he took out his teeth and he took off his eyelashes and
Yeah.
he just.
How many Munchkins are left alive? I
don't think any.
No, there is. There's like
one.
an actual count.
I think
I'm Googling that right now.
I worked at a Blockbuster Video in Oyster Bay, and there was a Dunkin' Donuts like 2 doors down, and one of the original Munchkins held court there every day, like, and brought brought a book of scrapbook photos, and like anyone who would walk up, he would tell about his experience.
Did he eat?
Munchkin? I think they sell Munchkins at Dunkin'.
I was just gonna say, did he eat
And he
those little like
never made
the
a
donut
comment about
holes
that.
or a
No.
full donut?
He just sat there with a cup of coffee, and he would just
hold
tell
court.
anybody who walked by. He had a Wizard of Oz patch on his jacket.
And did the stories get grander and grander as the years passed?
I think they were the same story.
Did he have a little
Yeah.
Munchkin voice like this?
He did, but an old person one, so it's even weirder. He was pushing 90.
The old. Okay, here we go. The
old person one.
Because it stays as high and squeaky, but it just gets
But
old.
aging.
Yeah.
I do believe that we lost one of our remaining few Munchkins this year.
The Munchkins were given a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That's bullshit.
Oh, there were like 5 of them. Yeah, I saw a picture. That was this year that happened. There
Well,
were
how
like
many are alive? That's all I want to see is how many are alive right now.
There is a town in upstate central New York where Frank Albaum lived. And every year they have the Wizard of Oz parade. And they have the remaining living Munchkins come, and they are the grand marshals. And they ask the citizens of the town to essentially like adopt a Munchkin for a week. Like, hey, it's time for the big festival. Who wants a Munchkin?
Like that thing on sitcoms where you bid on like a sexy chick or whatever.
Right.
You're bidding on a Munchkin.
And everyone's going, oh man, because they really are like drunk and fighting and miserable guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so everyone goes, oh Jesus, like I had him last year, and so they trade off like who adopts the Munchkin for like the week.
That sounds way better than the Superman parade in Metropolis that has Margot Kidder every other year. I think that's their big claim
How
to
do they
fame.
find her? Because she's always hiding in bushes.
She's hanging out there in Metropolis, Kansas. Or
What was
whatever
her
the fuck
deal?
it
You think
is.
she just
Remember
did
when she was
math, or
hiding
was she
in bushes?
bipolar or
She
something?
just snapped or something, man. I don't know.
And what's up with like our girl Anne Heche? Like, I'm a lesbian, I want to eat someone's box, I'm in love, but now I'm not, but I'm in your bushes, and people from
And there are
Mars are getting
aliens
me,
coming, yeah.
and I'm in your bushes, and do you have any tinfoil because I'm hungry?
What's with celebs?
And now I'm completely normal.
However, really good actress.
Great actress. By the way, there's 3 living Munchkins. I just looked it up on Google.
And did we lose one
We should
this
get
year?
them for the podcast.
Ruth Robinson Ducini. She was born in 1918. She played a villager. Jerry Marin was born in 1920. He was a member of the Lollipop Guild. Hold it down, Jerry. Margaret Williams Pellegrini was born in 1923. She played a sleepyhead.
Aww. I like her best.
I do too.
I like
She wasn't listed last. I saved the best for last.
You might know her from her work as Sleepyhead.
Yes. There's something so endearing about that.
There's a couple strange news items I wanted to get to for that happened in 2011. And since we are wrapping up the year, there was a 4-year-old girl in Iowa, Averly Carrion. Her mom was driving a truck. She rolled the truck and crashed. And the baby, she was 4 years old. She's not a baby. Well, we would call her a baby. Toddler toddled out of the wreckage.
If it was the New York Post or Nancy Grace, we'd just say tot.
Yeah, the New York Post loves the word tot and slay. Tot, slay, rap.
What would the New York Times headline be for baby falling out of a truck? Tot tossed on
Well, here's
turnpike. Tot tossed on turnpike.
Yeah, but that's not the
Oh.
story. The story that's good. The story is that the tot crawled out of the wreckage, crossed an enormous field, went to a farmhouse, had them call 911
Wow.
because there's been an accident.
Baby's like a smart dog.
Yeah.
You know, like smart dogs save their owners.
Well,
That
you know
sounds like-
that's why we had we had a babies. Obviously, we wanted a family and we wanted to share our love, but also we wanted like a safety net. So
Yeah,
it
I
never
guess so.
happened.
I want
Right.
somebody to crawl out of the wreckage and save
my ass.
ass.
Precisely,
Remember that Carlin bit?
Unplug me. If I'm ever in a
Fuck that shit. Leave my plugs alone.
Back to
Save.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. That's who we want to play George Carlin
Yeah,
someday.
he should play Carlin.
It's pretty good.
And
yeah.
I do believe that his daughter said that she thought he would do a good job.
Kelly Carlin
Yes.
said Joseph Gordon-Levitt was her first choice to play Carlin. But then all of a sudden, Jack Black crept up. We were watching an old Tenacious D video, and we're like, fucking Jack Black, if he could get super skinny, he could kill
super
it.
skinny.
It's really interesting to look at him because he's like an extraordinarily handsome fella
Jables?
who does his very best to make
Jables or something? Yeah.
who does his best to make himself look like a dirtbag.
If you see him in like Dead Man Walking, fixing the car,
King
you're like,
Kong. He's
like-
a handsome guy.
He's a super handsome
He
man.
cleans up. Yeah.
He
So
doesn't.
what's the New York Post headline? 4-year-old Everly Carrion crawled out of her mom's crashed truck, crossed a huge field, Tot crop hop saves mom.
I like it.
Works.
All right. The sad thing about that whole story was the kid was driving drunk. The kid was driving.
So it was his fault to begin with.
And she was fucking hammered. And when she rolled the car,
the mom got in the seat to take the fall.
Yeah, the mom did her a solid by saying, I don't know what happened. I hit a patch of ice. Go run for help, but don't let them smell your breath. That's why the kid acted like she couldn't fucking talk yet. It wasn't that she was 4. It's because she smelled of ooze.